Hare Krishna. Namaste. Chapter 5, entitled as Karma Sannyasa Yogam. Sloka 7. Yoga-yukto viśuddhātmā vijitātmā jitendriyaḥ sarva-bhūtātma-bhūtātmā kurvann na lipyate. Hence a karma yogi can easily attain Atma Sakshatkara, the vision of Atma. Why the Jnana Yogi doesn't have any of those tools? Because the idea is he has controlled his senses by using the tools in Karma Yoga, and that's when he can enter into Jnana Yoga. So if a person has not done the prerequisite and directly come into Jnana Yoga, then he missed those tools to control the senses. And when he tries to control the senses, when he is already engaging himself in Jnana Yoga, it becomes a disturbance. It's become very difficult for this person. Let us understand some basics here. One who has taken the body, the material physical body, and let's not look around who that person we are talking about. It is all of us, the one who is speaking and those who are hearing have taken the body. This body will always drive us to go towards the senses, and that's its default program. So the question is, how the body, which is a matter, which is a non-sentient, can drive us who are sentient towards the senses and sense object? The answer is the sattva, rajas and tamas, the three gunas, the three modes which are present in the body, influences the body to pull the senses, and this happens by the will and order of the Lord. There could be a follow-up question. What is the cause of sattva, rajas and tamas then? The first thing, the body pulls us toward the sense object. The question was, how come body pulls when it is just a matter which doesn't have an intelligence? The answer is, sattva, rajas and tamas are the one which influences the body to pull one towards the senses. And this all happens under the jurisdiction of the Lord. So the next follow-up question is, what is the cause of the sattva, rajas and tamas? Answer is, the previous vasanas, the impressions that's been carried for many lifetimes. What is the cause of vasanas? The cause of vasanas are due to the karmas that we created, papa and punya. Therefore, our previous karmas and the vasanas influences the rajo and tamo gunas. They in turns develop raga and dvesha, which are attraction and aversion to certain things. Those attractions and aversion, raga and dvesha, later changes their form in our mind as kama and krodha, which are lust and anger. Hence the outcome is what we have, that is a contaminated mind. With this contaminated mind, consciousness, which is completely covered by these dirt, lust, anger, greed, pride, illusion, madness, our senses will obviously wander towards such sense objects, because the mind is not controlled. Mind is not controlled, therefore the senses are also not controlled. Uncontrolled senses goes in all directions. When they all spread out in all directions and being pulled by different sense objects, the mind is going to get further contaminated. And with this consciousness, one cannot focus on Atma or Paramatma. Therefore, one has to remove the dirt from the mind so one can focus on Atma. Once the mind itself controlled, then the senses are easily controlled. Well, there could be possibility that when the mind is controlled but the senses are not controlled, or the senses are controlled but the mind may not be controlled. For example, some of you may have practice of hearing this Gita every day. So you may sit on a peaceful place to hear. That means you are trying to control your senses. So the eyes are on the Sloka, the ears are on the audio, the message, the hands are holding the device in your hand. But the mind might be wandering some other place during the ear is hearing, the eyes are looking, the hands are holding. That's when our mind will remind us that if I have responded to someone's call, did I check that email? Do I have to pause this one and do something else? In other example, the example that we saw is where the senses are under control, but the mind is wandering. Now let's see the other way. The mind may be under control with determination, wanting to sit and hear Gita. Mind is decided, fully under control. But the hands, while we are doing that, listening, but the hands might be fidgeting with something else. While mind is hearing the message, the eyes may be looking at something else. The tongue may want to taste or munching something. Or the hands, while we are listening, may be scrolling the browser, the apps, or reading other messages, watching something else while we are still hearing. So we can see that. So it's a program where both mind and senses has to come under control. Even one is not, then there are high chances that one might fall down again. So we have seen how important it is to have control of mind and senses, and that control happens through the Karma Yoga program, and it's an easy program compared to those who have taken up Jnana Yoga without controlling their senses. Let's understand more on this in our next session. Yoga-yukto viśuddhātmā, vijitātmā jitendriyaḥ, sarva-bhūtātma-bhūtātmā, kurvann na lipyate. Namaste. Hare Krishna.